Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and welcome to the Valhelsia 2 server where I've been busy with my township here, getting things built, upgraded, especially the walls. If we take a look, let's zoom in a little bit more, I've got walls going all the way around except right here where I'm going to have to chop down this and set up, I still don't know what to do there. But I've been setting things up, my barracks. Oh, new stuff. Since the last time we looked, I made a barracks and I made a lumberjack because both of those needed to unlock some things for my university here. So barracks, that's being upgraded to tier 3 because that unlocks a huge amount of tech, and my lumberjack just got upgraded to tier 3 because again, that unlocks a whole bunch of tech. So that's what I've been pushing through here. I think I need to upgrade my warehouse. It's kind of lagging. It needs a little bit more space. So I've been doing a lot of that, and the walls, each and every one of these little white dots is a segment that needs to be built by one of the builders. So that's a lot of building. And it's tier 1, a smattering of tier 2. There's the corners are tier 3. It's going to take a lot of building. Anyway, but that's not what we're doing today. Today, no, we are going to be taking a look at some tech. In fact, we're going to be looking, ignoring mine colonies and looking at this Botania bit here for right now. I was saying before, that let's turn on the chunk. This Botania stuff is all in one chunk. And I like how it's nicely compact that way. Let's turn that off. If we zoom up a little bit, it's kind of symmetrical. There's a set of 3 here. Let's drop it back down. We've got this set of 3. We've got this set of 3. Well, 3 by 3. We got this 3 by 3 over here, and then this kind of messes it all up because it's not a 3 by 3. But I've got pretty much everything I need Botania-wise here. Now, my production are these endoflames. That's all I've got at this point. But I did make a Rosa Arcana. And that way I can turn my XP into mana, which is a fantastic thing to do. I also have my little runic altar that I can just adjust here real quick. And then this new stuff over here. This is my mana battery pack, for lack of a better way of stating it. I've got 9 pools here that I'm going to store my mana in. This will also store my mana, and this is going to be easily accessible. And then these are for, processing this. I do have plans for them, but what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to feed these endoflames automatically. And for that, let's hop down into here. I've got this little setup down underneath here. So I've got a dropper pointing up, and it has a item frame with a block of charcoal on it. And this is a hovering hourglass that's set with 10 sand, so it will tick every 10 seconds, and it'll eject something out of the dropper if there's anything there. This is a mana pool with a comparator coming out of it into the dropper. What that does is oh, and then we also have this redstone trail going along here, and you can see the number here says 9. So, because that's 15, 14, 13, 9. If it ever drops to 9/15 or this gets filled up 9/15, that will emit a signal of strength 9, which compares to this 9, and this will then send out a signal which will turn this dropper off, saying no longer feed charcoal to, even if the hopper is clicking, no longer feed charcoal upstairs to those endoflames. And then I have a floating hopper hawk here with the mycelium. No, it's not mycelium, that's podzol. No, that is mycelium. Anyway, I have it so it's on a slower grab, so that the endoflames up here have a chance of grabbing things first. Now, what that means is I can just dump tons and tons of charcoal into here, and it'll just feed these until that pool there is 9/15 full, and then it stops. I like that. Now, it means these will keep producing just a little bit more, but, that's okay. Now, everything has sparks except that one. I need to make sparks for that one. Anyway, let's go ahead and make a few things here. One thing that I haven't done is actually make a Lexica Botanica. Let's open that up. Yeah, I was looking at that and I was going, it's all messed up. Let's toss it through there. We'll get the guide from the Alfheim people, and it's still messed up, so I don't care. I do want to go ahead and make some... I need to make some sparks. I've got augments that I need to make. I need to make a dominant augment, and that needs fire. And actually, I'm going to be making 2 of those. And I also need to... yep, needs one of those and the pixie dust. I've planned this for a long time ago, and I haven't sat around here and practiced what I needed to do. All right, so that goes here, those there, and that gives me 2 dominant. We put the earth in there, that gives me a recessive. So the recessive, actually, I'm going to steal the spark off of you. I think I need my wand for that. Go, shift click, yep, okay. Yep, you'll never notice that that spark is gone. Okay. There is a spark already here. I'm prepared. All right. So this one gets the recessive spark, which means it will give mana to any other pools. And so there's a tiny little skiff that it can't do, but it'll give that to every other pool. This one here, I want to have a dominant. I want it to always take mana from everybody. And likewise, this guy right here in the middle, I also want to be a dominant. Boink. And see how it just kind of sucked up the mana from everybody else? Now, these two compete with each other, and so they don't take mana from each other. That's just the way it's supposed to be. Now, what I do want to do is I want to make another another spreader. And for that, I want to toss that through to give me a elementium ingot. Oh, and I'm going to toss these living rocks through, or living woods through to get me the dream wood. And if I go and that goes there and that goes there, yep, that's my elven mana spreader. And so it does a faster job of pushing mana around. So if I click that, can I click that there? Yes. And it's pointing up, which is exactly what I want it to do, because I'm going to set this up to feed my runic altar. In fact, we will verify that that is the case. Gently break 1. If I take my wand and I point it at the spreader, it's pointing up to the runic altar and it has it highlighted. So it is working. Oh, speaking, earlier I was saying I had the spreader underneath and it wasn't working. That's a 1.15 bug, because in 1.12 I tried it, and yes, from all 6 directions you can push mana into a mana pool. But with the 1.15 release of Botania, you can't push mana into a mana pool from below. So I need to report that, because that's an issue. I'm going to break this. Now these guys now are all pointing to the wrong thing, but they need to, let's right-click you, and let's go to the farthest one. Well, it's not the farthest, but... And... Yep, that's connected. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I could make the... Let's do that. Obedience. Floral obedience stick. Oh, that's real cheap. I might have some... I do not, but I need 2 of you. Do I have any left over in here? I do not. Let's just grab another iron real quick and turn it into mana steel. 1 iron. And then I need more living wood. Okay, so 2 more, because there we go. So like this. Take you, drop you into there. Thank you. Ooh, I just researched the mystery of hot, which means I can now make the smeltery, which is what I've been dying to do. So if I just take this and I right click this guy, I just took off the lens. If I crouch click, there we go. It automatically bound all of these flowers to that one, and including that Rosa Arcana. And you can see it's also linked there. Let's get back my velocity and potency lens, just so that it fires faster. All right, so this will automatically start pushing stuff. Let's grab, I want to run, let's grab a bunch of coal, or charcoal in this case. As you see, I've been burning up a bunch of the stuff I've got, because, you know, what do I care about jungle wood? I don't. Oops, I didn't mean to toss my other away. There we go. Give me back my spreader. And so this, it fed these 8 guys automatically, and then every so often it's going to spit out. Yep. And because I've enclosed it in here, my magnet won't pick it up, but the Hopperhawk will. And so this, you can see it's pushing the mana in there, and the mana is streaming into all of those pools and then getting pulled into that center one. And that is why I say this is my battery of 9, well, 10. But once these are all full, all 9 of these are full, and this is full, and that one, whoops, you're not supposed to come out of here. I will need to block in this. Once this is all full, then it will go ahead and shut off. And so I don't lose anything. Now, charcoal is good and works great, but there's a better way of doing charcoal, or a better way of doing something that will burn in there better than charcoal. And for that, we need to make a mana farm, or not a mana farm, but a mob farm. Now, it's nighttime. Let's sleep and let the people do some work, because I want them to build stuff for me. Go build. Over here, let's run through here. Oh, let's go upstairs real first. I need to build a few things. All right, so barracks, I said I already did. I unlocked the school and library, but I haven't built them yet. However, I do want to make these things because I want to set up a farm, and that's why I wanted the blaze spawners, and I spent some time today and I got a second blaze spawner because I wanted to have 2, you know, it's twice as fast, it's twice as good. Anyway, so I just made myself a whole bunch of these black blank plates, and let's make some of those, and we'll make some more of those, and I got a couple left over because I want to put you there, and you there. And that gives me my player damage traps, and then these I don't need for right now. I do want to take this, and these, and those, and that gives me a Redstone Transmitter. And obviously I didn't count out these 4, because that'll make me the Redstone Receiver. And that I need a lever. Okay, so with this, let's run down and take a quick look at what we've got. I'm going to take these cardboard boxes down, and we'll run over to where I have done some work. Now, you may have said, Grok, where did you get all those slime balls? And the answer is, none of your business. No, I mean, the answer is I made it here in this slime farm. That's the easiest slime farm you will ever find. I just used my builder to dig out this chunk, which is a slime chunk, and I put down at the bedrock, I put a layer of cobble, and since I had those funky cobbles that I don't care about, that aren't regular cobblestone, I went ahead and made that little pattern. And if I take off my mega torch right there, then they occasionally spawn. I jump down, kill them with my sword, and I got like 2 stacks of slime balls in a very short amount of time. Then I also use this to come over here and dig out this little area for a farm, a mob farm. In fact, I'm going to take, let's put down, always put down the killing and gathering stuff first. So let's grab my vector plates, and we'll just, if you crouch on them, they don't move you. Oh, don't do that. So what did I obviously not do? I obviously didn't crouch. Stop that. So I'm gonna force all these things to come together to the middle, because here's where the 3 across here will be my player killer plates. I can be fast enough. There, it's faster still. And I don't want to put those down yet because they will hurt me as well, which is not nearly as break the light, not nearly as fun as it might sound like. But this will move all of the mobs, whatever spawns here, into the plates. Break that too. It'll get a little dark here, but oh well. And so this, I wish I could do it faster, but I don't want to get moved over. All right, so this moves everything over to here, and you know, I'm gonna break that, and I'm gonna break this, and it's gonna get a little dark in here, but I'm gonna put my cardboard boxes in place. There's 1, there's 2, pull those out. Oh, let's go to this side. Oh yeah, and now I need the player traps, don't I? 1, 2, and 3. Wow. And these gates are sufficient to stop them, but the XP will come through. In fact, I'll highlight my axe here, and if I stand in this block right here, or this block over here, the XP will come to me. What happened? There we go. Stop it. That hurt me a little bit from the player trap. Anyway, they should drift down if they can't see me, which they can't. They will die, and the bits will fly into here and get picked up, so I get my blaze rods, and I will get XP. Already repaired my axe. Pretty nice. Now, there's a way of improving this, and I need to set it up so that I can turn this on and off by redstone. And for that, I need to gather a few bits, and I can never remember them off the top of my head, so I'm going to go gather them first after I look it up. Well, I have it. I went ahead and rescued these guys out from there, and Apotheosis, if you look at any spawner, you can see it has information in here as to what it is. In this case, pirates, because I had a pirate ship invade, and there was a mess of those guys. They killed my delivery man too. Future Grok here. Just after recording this, I got a second pirate ship invasion, and it's different from the others, where there's this set number of barbarians raiding you that you need to kill all. In this case, with the pirate ship, there's 4 spawners on the ship. So you want to rush to the ship as fast as you can and take down those 4 spawners as quickly as you can, and then kill any of the pirates that happen to have spawned on there. And those spawners have a huge range. I was looking at it, looks like 30 blocks. So you can't just stand back and snipe at them. They will just keep coming. But the good news is once you get rid of all those spawners and kill all the guys, there's a whole bunch of barrels in the ship and a chest that you can loot. There's a bunch of stuff like a wither skeleton skull and stuff like that you can get real quick. And you need to do it before nighttime of the next day, because the ship will despawn and go away. It seems to leave things like ladders and stuff like that, which I'll grab too. Anyway, there's minimum delay, max delay, the spawn count, max nearby entities, so it doesn't just generate too many, how close the player needs to be, and the spawn range. All of those things can be adjusted with Apotheosis. And what I'm looking for is the Redstone Comparator. So if I take these off, okay, let me just hit you with this on the top, and you see how the guy is not spinning anymore. He's just kind of static there. This guy's spinning, and you right click it on the top, and now he's static. They require a redstone signal now to activate. Now it's too bright, you know, it's the middle of the day. That's why I brought it out here. But they now require that redstone signal to activate, which is a good thing. Now they do have, here, let's put them down. They do have slightly different, and I can't see it. I have to actually have it in my inventory. So everything is, oh, actually, they have the exact same values on here. Interesting. I've seen others where the values are different, but doesn't matter, because now I'm going to take Let's switch to hover. That's always so loud in my ears. And put that there. And so now they're ready. And I made the... When did that happen? You go get filled up. Anyway, I went ahead and made the Redstone Receiver and Transmitter. And let's plop those down. And if I turn them on or off, nothing happens. Because you need this linking tool. And it's fairly cheap to make. You know, so you make this linking tool, you right-click the from to the to, and while you're holding it, you get that little beam of light there. And when you apply a redstone signal to the one, it applies to the other. Now I'm going to go ahead and shift right-click to clear that. Maybe I broke that. Let's put that back, and I think we got it over here. Yep. All right, so I want to take this. I don't need the redstone lamp, but I am going to put this here, and then I need to, that's off, yes. I want to right-click this, and right-click that, and now, if I do a quick turn on, yes, they work. It's not what I wanted it to do, that was really fast. Hey, go away, you. Thank you. Anyway, that'll do its deed really, really fast. And let's break this lights here. Okay, it's nice and dark again. I can take my, it's in here, those bits. You and open. You. Turn that back to there. Again, really loud, and I don't know why. Everything else is pretty loud. But now I can sit there and I can turn this on and off rather than having to be here, which makes it so much more convenient for me to come down here, do some work if I want to do something, and they don't just automatically... You're supposed to be working. You saw that. You saw that earlier where they were working. Let's, yeah, see the redstone signal is on. That should trigger both. And I don't know why, because we just had it triggered. It was just working. Anyway. Oh. Are you on or off? Oh, you're on. Okay, okay. I'm just not seeing the particles on it, but it's still working. Okay, the reason why I want the blazes here over anything else, and they're going to be very noisy, is because of this. Botania allows you to combine blaze rods into the blaze mesh, which is very powerful. It melts 120 items, whereas if we compare that to a charcoal block, and we look at this guy and uses for it, it only does 80. So it's more powerful, it has more fuel, it works better for the endoflames. And so that's why I want that. Plus this is a great XP source. I can just AFK here for a while, let this do its thing. And this is also a generic mob farm. Here, I'm gonna back up because they're annoyingly, well, that's farther than I wanted to back up, but they're annoyingly loud. But they certainly do work as a generic mob farm in that, ooh, there's a squid. I haven't seen a squid here in like forever. They do work in that, and if I take the megatorch down, it's dark in there, mobs will spawn, I'll just get random mobs in there, which works out very, very nicely. And if we look down there, the pools are filling up. The center pool is completely full, which is why I'm allowing the others to fill up. Oh, I've got 3 levels. There, boom, 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 boom. No levels. But I can sit there AFK for a huge amount of time, and this is going to just process. Now, when all my coal is gone, I'm going to replace that with a mesh, you know, blaze mesh, and I'll start feeding this with the blaze meshes, and that gives me all the mana I will ever need, all the XP that I can turn into mana, or anything else that I need with this. I like this tight little Botania setup. I'm I'm liking its symmetry. I like how fast it works and how smoothly it works. And it only has 2 spreaders in it. That spreader and the one down there, that's it. Those are going to be the 2 top ticking items, as well as the Elven Gateway. So if I'm not going to be using this, I'll take all these flowers and put them away. I'll take the spreaders and put them away, and I'll break one of these blocks to deactivate the gateway, just so that things aren't ticking here. But I am using Botania. I've got some things I want to build with that, and so that's for later. Now I need to process a bunch more buildings through here and the walls. I think I want to upgrade all the walls to tier 3. And that's a lot of building. That's a lot of building. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the Valhelsia 2 server, having a blast. Unlimited mana. You get that? Unlimited mana. And thanks for watching. Bye.